Hi everyone, we are Group 3 and we're here to present our video presentation entitled Supply Chain Management, and for that, let me show you a short clip video.
Supply chain management, or SCM, involves the planning and execution of processes required to convert raw materials into finished goods, including the procurement of materials, production, fulfillment, and support. The strains on the supply chain are many and, when not properly managed, can cripple a business, leaving it unable to produce goods or fulfill customer orders. Effective supply chain management provides visibility into inventory levels and detects potential disruptions along the supply chain, helping businesses meet demand, fulfill orders at the lowest cost possible, and deliver a positive customer experience.
Supply chain. Ano nga ba ang kahulugan nito? Ang supply chain ay ang buong sistema ng pagproseso mula sa production hanggang sa distribution ng produkto. Ito ay kinabibilangan ng lahat ng hakbang mula sa pagkuha ng raw materials hanggang sa paghahatid ng produkto sa mga consumer. Ang layunin ng supply chain ay mapabuti ang operasyon, mababawasan ang gastos at mapapabilis ang proseso.
According to Douglas M. Lambert, ang supply chain management ay ang pangangasiwa sa buong daloy ng produksyon ng mga produkto at serbisyo na kinabibilangan ng lahat ng proseso for converting raw materials into final products. Kabilang dito ang aktibong streamlining of a business's supply side activities upang i-maximize ang customer value at makakuha ng competitive advantage sa market.
According to Ganeshan and Harrison, ang supply chain ay isang network ng mga facilities at mga options sa pamamahagi na nagsasagawa ng function sa pagkuha ng material na pagbabago sa intermediate at ang pamamahagi ng mga natapos na produkto sa mga customer.
Okay, so we have different types of supply chain, and the first one is raw supply chain. Yung raw supply chain is the very basic type ng supply chain. Makikita natin to sa mga small scale ng industries. It doesn't require large cooperation between unit of the organization. So, yung raw supply chain, meron lang siyang small machine, few employees, and workers. So, yung mga example ng product ng small scale industry is toothpick, sanitary pad, water bottle, pens, and so on. And yung process dito is basic nga lang, from manufacturer to vendor to retailer and lastly to the customer. Next naman natin is ripe supply chain. Unlike sa naunang type ng supply chain, mas advanced at mas organized ang ripe chain. May mas maayos na communication or relation sa suppliers. And yung mga gantong type ng food chain ay makikita or nag-i-exist naman siya sa mga food sector.
Internal supply chains refers to the chain of activities or function within a company that result in providing a product to the customer. Integration of this function involves the holistic performance of activities across departmental boundaries. The internal supply chain has a significant impact on the company's success. Operation needs to run smoothly in order to create a harmonized working environment and an efficient workflow. It is important to recognize that the internal supply chain has a massive impact on the final product and is ultimately delivered to the consumer. Extended supply chain network is a comprehensive supply chain system that connects the various elements of business supply chain, such as suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, retailers, and customers.
Self-monitor supply chain are those supply chains where the manufacturing company takes the lead in bringing all partner in its fold and hence, these supply chains are company-centric and not customer-centric. Although they are able to achieve considerable speed to market, it is not because of total optimization. The self-monitored supply chain is ability to both discern and evaluate one's behavior and relation to goals. It's including the two components such as measurements and evaluating.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Christine Datu, and now let's proceed to the 7 essential features of supply chain management. The first one is integrated behavior. Supply chain management integrates integration of stakeholders from supplier to customers. So, what is integrated behavior in supply chain management? Integrated supply chain management facilitates relationship with suppliers and manage logistical and distribution activities through a consolidated system. A centralized resource planning approach is more effective than relying on multiple systems to manage the supply chain.
Mutually sharing information. Para sa mga epektibong pagbabahagi ng impormasyon ng SCM sa isa't isa, sa mga miyembro ng channel ay kinakailangan, lalo na para sa pagplano at pagsubaybay sa mga proseso.
Cooperation among channel members is required for effective supply chain management. Cooperation refers to similar or complementary coordinated activities performed by firm in a business relationship to produce superior mutual outcomes or singular outcomes that are mutually expected over time. Cooperation in the workplace means that everyone works together to solve problems. Employees and managers should be involved in decision about what need to be done. Everyone should work together to reach common goals. Working in cooperation is better than working competitively. Teams who cooperate know more, communicate better, achieve goals faster, and are more productive. But true cooperation requires individual contribution.
Focus on serving customer. Supply chain succeed if all the members of supply chain have the same goal and the same focus on serving customer. Establishing the same goal and same focus among supply chain members is a form of policy integration. Ibig sabihin, putting your customer need first is always a top priority. Focusing on service customer allow the companies to optimize the experience that customer have with their brand. Building a customer-focused supply chains also mean providing insight to your customer and working together to improve not just your own operation but also the business as well.
Integration of processes. The implementation of SCM needs the integration of processes from sourcing to manufacturing and distribution across the supply chain. The integration can be accomplished through cross-functional terms, in plant suppliers to personnel and third-party service provider. As a business scales its operations, it often begins using more applications, software, and new systems or processes to increase productivity and capacity. Ensuring those processes integrate properly is important for ensuring they can create the result of the company wants. Understanding this process, known as integration, can help you better understand why it's crucial for a business to integrate any processes it can for efficiency and productivity. In this article, we define process integration, examine the different types, explore its benefits, and provide examples for reference. Process integration or business process integration (BPI) is a method by which businesses connect application or people and data. The company ensures that its resources, including personnel and software, can work together to keep the business operational and help it reach its primary objectives. As a businesses grow, process can become larger and more complex, requiring more oversight and better integration. BPI helps companies coordinate resources for better integration, efficiency, and high quality outcomes for projects and deliverables. There are different types of BPI that businesses can use, depending on the company's specific goals, resources, and needs, including API. When company introduce new application or software, it might use the API integration method. API stands for Application Programming Interface, which is a type of interface that allows two different kinds of software to share information with one another. With this method, the company can open its proprietary software up to integration with other software programs, effectively expanding the capability and scope of the company's software or applications. Native. A native integration is when two or more software programs can share information easily. Native integration are pre-programmed into software, allowing them seamlessly integrate without the extra steps of using APIs or programming specific functions. For example, spreadsheet programs often integrate seamlessly with bookkeeping software. As spreadsheets are a common tool in bookkeeping, native applications typically only need administrator permission to share and receive data. Third party. When a company needs specific features for pre-existing software, they might use third-party software, so they don't build an entire program to meet a single need. For example, maybe the company needs invoice tracking capabilities in its bookkeeping software, but building such a feature might cost too much. So the company uses an open source bookkeeping program with that feature to save the time and money. The only drawback is that sometimes third-party software has its own condition and functionality which may not always match the company's needs or might threaten privacy.
Partners to build and maintain long-term relationships. Successful relationships aim to integrate channel policy to avoid redundancy and overlap while seeking a level of cooperation that allow participants to be more effective at lower cost levels. Policy integration is possible if there are compatible cultures and management techniques among the chain members. Ang pagbuo ng partnership at pag-maintain ng long-term relationship is very crucial sa kahit anong business na gusto mag-grow at maging successful. And makakatulong ito na mag-create ka ng loyal customer base, increase referrals, and para ma-enhance pa ang reputation at foster collaboration. Pero paano ba natin ma-maintain ang relationship na ito into mutual beneficial and respectful? 1 is, know your partner. 2. Communicate clearly and regularly. 3. Provide value and quality. 4 is seek feedback and improvement. And lastly, appreciate and reward.
Service orientation. The very basis of supply chain has been to provide superior customer service. Service all about the value that the customer gets, which in turn depends upon his own perception about what constitutes value. Some example of service-oriented is focus on participating, recognizing, and meeting people needs no matter if they are clients or not. They make themselves available for others and care about them. Therefore, it is easy to conclude that they are more likely to feel empathy and compassion for individuals around them. And means having a positive attitude and being eager to help when working with a customer. It also means is demonstrating a willingness to provide the customer with the best service possible and response to their in the manners way. That's all. Thank you.
System orientation. Ang orientation ng system ay nasa pagkakaroon ng anumang supply chain. Dahil sa cooperation at coordination, ito yung main gain ng isang supply chain. This entails that while getting optimal results for the chain as a whole, results for the partners in the chain may not necessarily be optimal. This could be less than optimal.
Competitiveness and efficiency. Competitiveness is how producers rank against each other as to the attractiveness each has to the consumers. Efficiency is the quality of the producer has mastered in being able to produce a competitive product or service which can be produced at a lower expense. Thus, the producer who is more efficient can make a larger profit. With that profit, the producer can expand and provide more people with more products, and consumers are willing to buy. Greater competitiveness creates more productivity and better quality of products and services.
Minimizing the time. Efficient supply chain ay isang organization na binabawasan ng oras na kinakailangan para sa pag-convert ng mga orders sa cash. Kaya mayroong kaunting time lag at pagtaas ng productivity ng isang organization.
Okay. Minimizing work in progress supply chains. Minimize total work in progress in supply chain. Work in progress is an inventory that has entered the manufacturing process but is not yet finished product. Reducing work in progress is one of the most important steps in achieving lean manufacturing, leading to smoother than working flow, greater liquidity, and overall improved performance of a team's production. And the next one is improving pipeline visibility. Efficient supply chains improve the visibility of each one of the activities of the supply chain by each one of partners. Having a good sales pipeline visibility means that you can track and analyze the progress of each sales opportunities at every stage of sales process. It helps you forecast revenue accurately, plan accordingly, and identify areas where you can improve your sales process. That's all.
So, good evening everyone. So, this is Rodel Galarte from ESR 155. So, we will discuss the chapter 2, the supply chain management. So, right now, I am discussing the components of supply chain management, which are the procurement, processing, and distribution. So, let's get it real. So, right now, I am working in a food and beverage industry, parts of Victoria Court. So, right now, I am handling the procurement department of the supply chain, under the supply chain. So, I am now discuss the Victoria Court process in the procurement. So, let's proceed to this our presentation. So, what is procurement? So, in Victoria Court, so right now, we are directly report to the COO. So, the procurement department provides support service to Victoria Court operations, support services provided for the company operation shall be purchasing, vendor management, strategic sourcing to acquire the needed materials and services from local and foreign sources to meet the internal customers' operating requirements in the most economical, timely, and quality-conforming manner. So that's the meaning of the the procurement department. So we will proceed on our process. So right now we have the step 1 to 4 in procurement process, the processing. So let's proceed on this step 1. So in this step 1, it is a requester or the department who requested the items. So once the item requested by the requester, so the requester will submit it to the procurement department. So the procurement department will sort it out and categorize it by the supplier. So right after categorize it to the supplier, so we will proceed on the observing of the item, which is in step 3. So once we proceed on the observing, so we will observe it if the supplier is COD check, COD, bank transfer, with terms or payment first. So when the supplier is payment first, so we are the procurement will proceed on the PO, the QuickNet system, and create a PRS form. So the PRS form indicated all the items that request by the requesting department. So the procurement department will proceed on the QuickNet and list down the item that requested. So right after listing the item, so double checking those quantity and the amount of the item. So right after check all the details, so we will go to click up and have the approval of the first approval, which is the procurement head. So the PRS should have the approval of the procurement head. In a QuickNet system, it will float if the PRS are not approved or for approval or approve of the procurement head. So right after the procurement head approve it, so the procurement officer or the procurement specialist should create a PO, which is the step 4. So in creating PO, so now you have to encode it the details of the supplier in the QuickNet system. So all the details that put in your PRS will go through in your PO. So you don't have to edit anything. So just click the PRS number. So the PRS items will go to the system already. So right after you have the PO already, so we will proceed again in a ClickUp and ask the approval of the COO, which is the final approval. So right after the final approval of the COO, so the procurement department will arrange it to supplier for the deliveries, for the stocks of availability of the items. So in the arrangement of that, so when the supplier committed the delivery date and time, so the procurement department coordinated to the requestor when we can expect it to be delivered to their department. So that's the process of the procurement department. So let's proceed on the distribution. So right after the item will be delivered in the procurement department, so the procurement department should create or should make a MIS slip. So in a material issuance slip, so we will write it down, the items in the PO or in the invoice rather. So we will put it or write it down in the material issuance slip. So we will put it if it is for charge to the department. So right after we write it down those items in a MIS, so we will go to the requestor department to have and to deliver it the item they are requested to the procurement department. So that's the process of our company. So thank you for listening to my discussion and good day, everyone. Bye.
Factors influencing supply chain management. Consumer demand. Consumer demand means the quantity of goods or service that consumers are willing and able to purchase. The willingness to purchase goods or service is determined by many factors such as the price, quality, and the availability of the goods or service. Globalization. Globalization is a term used to describe how trade and technology have made the world into more connected and interdependent place. Globalization also captures in its scope the economic and social change that have come about as result. Competition. Competition are the act or process of trying to get or win something, such a prize or a higher level of success that someone else is also trying to get or win. The act or process of competition.
Imagine your supply chain as a pizza delivery. Your goal is to get that hot, delicious pizza to your customer as quick and smoothly as possible. Now, let's see how these factors can affect the delivery. First, information and communication. Good situation, the driver has a GPS with the real-time traffic updates. The pizzeria calls if there's an unexpected delay. You track the order online and get notified when it's on its way. Bad situation, the driver get lost because the map is outdated. The pizzeria phone line is busy. You have no idea where your pizza is and get hungry. Second, government regulation. Good situation, food safety regulation ensure quality ingredients and handling. Traffic laws keep everyone safe during the delivery. Bad situation, sudden changes in traffic regulation delay the driver. Now, food safety inspection cause production slowdowns at the pizzeria. Third, environment. Good situation, sunny weather and clear roads. Wait for smooth delivery. Fresh ingredients from local farms. Ensure top quality. Bad situation, heavy rain causes traffic jam and slow down the driver. A heat wave spoils some ingredients at the pizzeria, impacting availability. In sense, these factors influence how efficiently and effectively your pizza reaches you. Good information and communication. Keep everyone informed and coordinate some smooth regulation allow the flow of materials and products. A stable environment minimizes disruption and ensures quality.
Supply chain management. Supply chain management is a cross-functional approach to manage the movement of raw materials into an organization. Certain aspect of the internal processing of the materials into finishing goods, and then the movement of finishing goods out of the organization towards the end consumers. As organization strive to focus on core competence and become more flexible, they have reduced their ownership of raw materials, source, and distribution channel. Yung supply chain daw, siya yung nagmamanage ng iba't ibang galaw ng mga materials para ma-organize ng maayos ang isang products. At ito ay mas mapabilis ang kanilang pagproseso ng kanilang mga materials.
Strategic level. Strategic network optimization including the number, location, and size of warehousing, distribution centers, and facilities. Ang ang strategic network optimization ay isang proseso na maingat na pag-aayos ng bilang, lokasyon at sukat ng mga pook na imbakan, sentro ng distribusyon at pasilidad. Ito ay layunin na mapabuti ang kabuuang epekto at kahusayan ng supply chain ng isang organisasyon. Strategic partnership with suppliers, distributor and customer, creating communication channel for critical information and operational improvement, such cross-docking, direct shipping, and third-party logistic. Ang strategic partnership ay isang pagsasanib puwersa ng isang supplier, distributor at customer na lumilikha ng mga kanal ng komunikasyon para sa mahalagang impormasyon at pagpabuti sa operasyon tulad ng cross-docking, direct shipping at third-party logistic. Product life cycle management, so that new existing product can be optimally integrated into supply chain and capacity management activities. Ang produktong life cycle management ay pagsusuri at pamamahala sa buhay ng produkto upang mapanatili ang optimal na integrasyon ng buong produkto ng mga umiiral na produkto sa supply chain at mga gawain sa capacity management.
The strategic level information technology exchange operation refers to the highest level of decision making as planning within the organization. It involves setting long-term goals and objective, formulating strategy, and allocating resources to achieve those goals. And this level decisions are made alleging IT operation with the overall business strategy, improve efficiency, reduce costs, and gain a competitive advantage in the market. The strategic level 4, where to make and make by decision, refers to the higher level planning and decision making process that organization undertake to determine whether to produce goods or service, in-house make or outsource them from external supply. Why this decision is crucial as directly impact the organization cost structure, competitive advantage, and overall business strategy. At this level, organizations consider various factors such as the analysis score, competencies, capacity utilization, risk assessment, and make dynamics. By conducting the truth analysis of these factors, organization can make informed decisions regarding whether it is more beneficial to make the product or service internally or to buy it from external suppliers. The strategic level for alleging overall organizational strategy with the supply strategy involved ensuring the goals and objectives of the organizations are well integrated with the supply chain operation. This alignment is crucial for achieving the competitive advantage and maximizing efficiency in the supply chain. One suggestion to understand this topic better is explore real-life example of the companies that have successful aligned these strategies. For instance, you can look into how companies like Apple or Amazon have strategically aligned their organizational goals with their supply chain strategy to gain a competitive edge in the market. The strategic level in any organization involves the long-term planning and resources commitment to achieve the overall goals and objectives. It focuses on making decisions that have a significant impact on the organization's future success. This level of planning often involves setting broad objectives, analysis to external environment, identify opportunities and threats, and allocating resources accordingly. For example, in the field of technology, a company's strategic level might involve deciding to invest the research and development for the development of the new product or technologies. This would require the long-term commitment to resources such as funding, skilled personnel, and time. The strategic approach allows the organization anticipated changes in the market, adapt to new trends, and stay ahead from the competition. It's improved the roadmap, achieving an organization vision and mission, and ensure the resources are allocated efficiently and achieve long-term success.
Functions of supply chain management. Tactical level. The tactical level of supply chain management is about decision making that focuses on process and procedure. Number 1, sourcing contract and other purchasing decisions. Ito po yung mga maghahanap ka ng product and kung ano magiging kontrata nyo. Number 2, production decision including contracting, scheduling, and planning process definition. Ito po yung pagkuha ng mga process sa mga pagkuha ng contract nyo and mga ano yung magiging susunod nyong plan. Pangatlo, inventory decision including quantity, location, and quality of inventory. This is good decision include the number of product, quality of the product, and the location.
Functions of supply chain management. Tactical level. Transportation strategy including frequency, routes, and contracting. A goal of a company when transporting goods is to ensure efficiency. Wear and tear of vehicles and the cost of gas can make some routes more expensive than others. Benchmarking of all operations against competitors and implementation of best practices throughout the enterprise. The goal of bear making is to make continuous improvements and implement changes in business products, methods, and services. Milestone payments. Payments that become due when a certain stage in the construction contract is reached. Focus on customer demand and habits. Communicating with the customer is the right way and giving them what they want. Also offering advice on the things that may suit them that in most likely some with their demands.
Operational level. Operational level po is daily production and distribution planning including all nodes in the supply chain. Daily production, ito po yung araw-araw na nagagawa nyo product sa company nyo, and distribution planning, ito po yung kung paano nyo po paplanuhin o hati-hatiin yung mga product na nagawa ninyo sa pang-araw-araw. And the next one is production scheduling for each manufacturing facilities in the supply chain. Ito po is production scheduling is a list of all the product that are to be manufactured, and that list also notes where and when each product is going to be made. And the next one is demand planning and forecasting, coordinating the demand forecast of all customers and sharing the forecast with all suppliers. Sa demand planning po is supply chain management process of forecasting or predicting the demand products, ensure they can be delivered and satisfy the customer. And the word of forecasting, forecasting po is decision making tool used by many business to help in budgeting and planning and also estimating the future growth. And the simplest term for forecasting is the attempt to predict future outcomes based on the past event and management insight. That's all. Thank you.
Sourcing planning, including current inventory and forecast demand, in collaboration with all suppliers. For example, imagine you run a small bakery. You will plan your sourcing by checking your current flour and sugar supply. Yun na po yung inventory. And then estimating how many cakes you expect to sell in the coming weeks. Ay naman po yung forecast demand. Based on this, you would collaborate with your suppliers to ensure you have enough ingredients to meet the expected demand without overstocking. Inbound operation, including transportation from suppliers and receiving inventory. Yung inbound operation po, parang pag-deliver ng package sa mismong bahay mo. When you order a package online, the inbound operation includes the shipping process from the seller. Ayun naman po yung transfer from suppliers. And then you're receiving the package at your doorstep. Ayun naman po yung receiving inventory. It's the organized flow of goods coming into your possession. Production operation, including the consumption of the materials and flow of finished goods. Production operation involve making things from using raw materials to creating finished product. Imagine a bakery. The flour, sugar, and eggs are the materials consumed, while process of baking and assembling cakes represents production. The cakes ready for sale represent the flow of finished goods.
Ang mga diskarte sa supply chains ay tumutulong sa mga negosyo na ililipat sa kanilang mga produkto at serbisyo mula sa mga tagagawa or supplier patungo sa mga distributor at customer. Kasama sa mga strategies nito ang pag-maximize ng kita sa pamamagitan ng daloy ng data, serbisyo at ang produkto between the stage of supply chains. Sa pag-maximize ng halaga, tinutugunan din ng mga strategy na ito ang pagkuha ng mga source, raw materials, serbisyo, customer, at marketing, financing, and ang buong produkto.